Hey guys, so our tree is starting to starting to drop leaves. And so this is some of the things that I'm going to take photos of, oh, and then you hear our noisy chickens over there. And we got the hummingbirds. So, but yeah, so basically, I'm going to take some of these leaves in, and part of my, let's see here if we can find a good one. These are a pecan tree, and so I think I'm going to take some of these in and either try to preserve them in my journal or do like a leaf rubbing. Oh, Pokey wants to eat it. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to do like a leaf rubbing on this one. Oh, if he doesn't eat my leaf first. Hello you guys, and welcome to the next prompt in the Autumn Bliss series. And so yesterday we had our guest speaker Seuss from Seuss Creative, and she did a doodling page, which I'm still going to be working on mine. I haven't gotten mine finished yet, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to today's video which is through the looking glass. And so my idea was to kind of create something where you took your camera and you just took pictures of current things either around your house or the ways that you've decorated, or maybe if you're out somewhere or wherever the case is, just through the lens, take some pictures and document about those. So I went outside this morning and I played a clip, if it works out. I played a clip at the beginning of this video, and then I also collected some leaves. Now these leaves were not as crispy as they are right now, because every morning around here we're kind of close to the river, so it's always moist on the ground. But I'm going to go ahead and take this leaf. I might make a mess, which is fine with me, but I'm going to try to do a leaf rubbing. So I've never done this before, I don't think, and if I did, I can't remember. But you basically lay the leaf flat and you take a piece of paper, and it says you get a crayon, which you would think I have a zillion crayons, which I do, but I don't have one on my desk now. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Faber-Castell, one of these wax crayons. So let's see what happens on it. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, okay. If I can get this to work. Okay, not as pretty as I wanted it to be. Kind of messy, which is okay, because like I said, I've never done this before, so this is something new to me as well. And this one is very breakable, but let's try this one. And I am going to actually grab my crayons. Okay, this is Colors of Kindness crayon, so let's go ahead and just color it. Let's see, I'm going to use this. What color is this? Spread Your Wings. Okay, let's use this. Make sure I have it in here. Oh yeah, that works better. That's pretty. And actually this is part of on my bucket list, so I can check that part off as well. Pretty. So let's go ahead, this poor one over here. Let me go ahead and do another one that's a little bit bigger. I looked for an assortment of leaves, but they really haven't started falling too much here. Let's see here. Let's do an orange. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, this works a lot better than than those artsy crayons that I have. And you can kind of make some colors in there, kind of, sort of. Okay, all right. Well, we did some leaf rubbing, and I bet with oak trees that would be really pretty. But like I said, I think it might be better if I kind of did it when they were still not as dry. And I'm going to cut this one out. and add it to my journal page. And then I can say, I did some leaf rubbing. And you know what would be kind of neat about this too, is especially depending on where you went, you could collect leaves and do this. I'm sure people have done this. I'm sure you guys might have done it too. But yeah, so, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is in my Journal Bliss, Autumn Bliss Traveler's Notebook. Now, one thing I did notice is I'm so used to having a lot more room to add more things. So this smaller TN, because usually I use a Cahier size, and this is a standard, and it's really, it does kind of make you pick and choose your what you're going to be putting down. So if you got one of the Autumn Bliss kits, this is one of the journaling cards that came in it. And, oh man, it works. This is, the September page is actually from Susan Branch. And, she, I have her, I've had them forever. In fact, if I ever come across them again, I will buy them. So, but they're basically, she has one for every month. It's a little notepad, so there's a lot of pages on each one. Like I said, I've had it for a long time because there is so much. So, okay, so I'm going to write about the leaves. It's so funny, I have a friend of mine that just went to Arkansas, and she said, "Oh, I took a picture for you," and it was of a leaf because she knows I'm just always like fascinated with leaves. So anyway, I love leaves. This is one that I took. I'm not real happy with it because it's so dark, but I'm going to add this to my crafting page because this is part of one of the, if you're just now joining and you're wondering what I'm talking about, a crafting page, it's basically a page that I'm doing to show what kind of crafts. And so my thing that I'm going to be doing, especially after we do our session here, I'm going to be working on a couple little Halloween decorations. And so one is decorating up, I call her Flo, but she's my dress form. And she actually sits in the kitchen with us. But I'm going to be decorating her up for Halloween. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add these down. I'm going to go get my notebook so I can add my leaf rubbing. Just one second.
Alright, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do a voiceover for the remainder of the video, just because I wanted to be able to kind of speed this up so you guys have plenty of time to be able to watch it and get creative yourself. So I went through my little cutouts that I did at the beginning of this Autumn Bliss. You could see in a video where I cut out from the fall bucket list that I had, the doodles, and I cut out a bunch of alpha sticker sheet. Well, here I realized that I had printed on the wrong side, so the sticky part is actually on the back side. So I just decided to go ahead, and since it's kind of that plasticky film, I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the leaf from this page, and I'll just use that page to document the different activities as I complete them. So one of the fall bucket lists said make a leaf rubbing, and there we go. We got it documented now. So yeah, so I'm going to kind of just play around with the setting of the pictures here. I really am, like I think I mentioned earlier, is just a struggle of trying to figure out how to fit all the things I want on my paper. And if you can't tell, I'm sitting outside and you hear the bugs, katydids back there, and I think someone just drove by. But yeah, I'm just sitting on the back porch. We're supposed to be having a cold front come in tonight, so I say cold front. It's supposed to get down to like 86. I think it's going to be the high tomorrow, but I will take it. So So yeah, so I'm putting a couple photos here from around the house, and then I am putting out this new scarecrow, and I bought some mums, which in years past I typically do not buy mums because I know they don't last very long. One being that it's very seasonal, but they are beautiful, and so I was able to pick up a couple. Strangely enough, there was several. Places that we people were saying they went to and they just weren't available. But I actually went by Walmart and my local grocery store the other day, and they had I guess everybody was rushing to go get them at the beginning of September, so they have some more out. But anyway, so looking at that scarecrow that is in the picture there, I have to tell you something funny. So I bought that from Hobby Lobby, and it's adorable. It has two little ponytails on the top, and she's wearing a cute little skirt, and she's just cute as can be. Well, the other night I had her on. I had her originally on the mantle. Well, late at night I looked over and she was like staring at me. I know that sounds so silly, but I was like, okay, you're going to the garage. And so, of course, this was probably a really late, too late, being up too late. Anyway, so she sat in the garage, but I put her on the front porch. And I have a couple other little cute little scarecrows that I've picked up over the years, and they're sitting out on the porch as well. But she's really cute. She's got a couple little pigtails. So anyway, so here I'm just kind of looking for the date again. I love using, as I mentioned in the other videos, if you've been watching, I'm using my date stamp on all of these because I really do like, I like the look of a date stamp, but I do like to be able to document and make sure that I get that date on there. So yeah, so I'm just kind of looking. I really want to make room for journaling, and that is one of the things about how I probably should have gone with the Kahir because size journal versus a standard, because I just don't have a lot of room in the standard. But I'm going through my stash of journaling cards, and I'm finding all these great. October themes, so they're real muted colors, and they're like a muted orange and black with like a kind of a uh, tea dye look to them, and so that's really fun to be able to have those um, be able to open up my stash. That's what we want to do. The other thing is I'm just kind of adding some color, being that I colored that with the teal. um, I kind of decided to use that sea, I call it like a sea green, I guess sea green teal, sea green color. But I just decided that I would kind of use it throughout the page to kind of pull it all together. So I'm pulling out my Le Pens, and after I um, played around with them, I've decided I really love my Le Pens. I love the brown one. I haven't used it in a while, so it's kind of gives it not such a dark look as the black, but yeah. So I'm just kind of doing some doodling around the intro. Um, And being that I called this Through the Looking Glass, I definitely wanted to add an Alice on here as well. So you'll see me kind of dig through my stash there as well. Um, but yeah, so I'm just kind of writing down exactly what each photo is. Now, what I'm going to do here, you'll see towards the end of this video, is I'm going to actually come in and I'll do my writing off. I'll do my writing without basically having the video running, just because I'm just trying to make these as short. Not that you guys worried about how short they are, but I just don't. I just want them to be quick, so you are able to get, to creating as well, and hopefully you're able to create while I'm doing the video too. But because basically this is just jotting your memories down, and making notes of what's in your life right now. What is your autumn bliss? It's been fun kind of just documenting. And some of these things, like yesterday when not yesterday, but the day before when we documented, autumn vibes. We've been kind of doing autumn vibes when we were making our list, but I think it's just kind of nice to just see where you're at, see what because your taste does change throughout the years, and just see what exactly where you are now in 2021. So I love that that you can document it in these little small series that we're doing. That way you have not only just your regular journal, but just some off the course favorite things, So, um, and then I'm just pulling out letters. One of the things I don't use as much as I should is my stamps because I love stamping. And then right here, I couldn't remember how to spell mum, short for chrysanthemum. And so I uh, I ended up having to go and look it up, which was kind of silly because it's mum, Come on. I was thinking that it's mun, with an N, and so that was a little confusing. I don't know. But anyway, so we are, I wanted to talk about mums, and then I also needed space to be able to write. Personally, I wish I could have been able to write a little bit more, but next year I'll know that I'll choose a little bit different folder, and here on out, just for future reference, for me and the way that I like to journal and things, the standard size is just 2 thin pages. Not to be repeating myself, but it's bothering me, obviously. So, but here I'm just kind of looking for Alice. I wanted to definitely include Alice on this, and but I couldn't find my Alice stickers. And so then I remembered that I have this from Alice in Wonderland, Camp Wonderland. I have this great pouch that Lisa with Just Stitch created for me. She actually made one for everybody there, and then she made me a extra special one, and still has all my Alice stuff in there. And so I was like, perfect. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful, and it's like it still has a bunch of stuff. I haven't quite finished my journal from that particular event, but I I have tons of stuff in here that I need to go and pick through and play with and finish my journal up. So I'm just kind of looking for an Alice themed image that I can put on there, since it is kind of using Through the Looking Glass as my logo for today, or that's such a cute, someone gave me that at the event, but as the I'm using the term Through the Looking Glass because it's from Alice. So I thought I've got to include an Alice on there, obviously. So, but anyway, so I ended up going with this cute tag. I received it as a happy mail, and I'm going to use it as a little tip in. And it's just great. The colors there go perfectly with that, the teal or the mint green or the sea green, mint green color that I'm using. It actually goes perfectly with it. So I love that. It was just a perfect little fit in there. So I'm just going to use it as a tip in. And I don't really use it to journal on. You'll see at the end that I put a sticker on there. But basically it just kind of adds to the title. So I'm working on filling white spaces now. I wanted to kind of get the pages to all kind of work together. So I'm just adding some little washi down there just to kind of create to blend those two pages together. And just using a Sharpie marker that's also in that mint teal. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to use my crayon to fill it in. And there's just something about using a crayon that's nostalgic, and it brought it all together. I think the coloring ends up being just a perfect match for this.
All right, so I finished up the wording.
Here we are. We finished it up. And
I wrote in here, the leaves are beginning to fall from the pecan tree. I love seeing them all scattered about. This morning I let the chickens out and picked up a few to try leaf rubbing. So pretty. And then I put this foam leaf on my little tip-in.
Sticker in there.
And then mums, I love the way mums look on the front porches. A couple weeks ago,
and then I talked about, that I bought some mums, and
a red,
I bought a red one, a yellow one, and a couple orange and a red.
coffee bar,
and then
or
of
all
course
that, which
adding
you
it
saw
to
that I
my
wrote that. So
mantle.
yeah, so I've got my little journal
you know,
page done of looking through the looking glass.
This
is just fun to
the mantle
kinda,
is complete.
I love adding pictures to my journal
so
anyway.
so yeah, overall I'm really
So I
happy
love
with the way it
this.
turned
That
out. I
just
think it documents,
take your
definitely
take your
documents through the
camera,
looking
take your
glass for me,
phone,
through my
take a
camera
couple
lens.
pictures, and document
Also
about it.
just kind
So,
of like
all
what I've
right, you
done around the
guys,
house so
thanks for
far for
watching, and I
decorating.
will see you
And
tomorrow.
then of
We're going to be
course,
talking
I
about
just love that
places. If you have
addition
anywhere
with
in the
the
world
leaf. I
that you
think that
wanted to
just kind of
go
ties it all together
this time of the year to
and
see whatever.
really
My thing,
creates
of
a
course, is trees,
kind of a
but
special look for it. So there will definitely be some leaf
then you
rubbings
can.
in my
We're
future.
going to
But
talk about that.
all right, you
So
guys, thank you so much. I
maybe
hope you
it's
enjoyed this video, and I hope you're
Paris.
having lots
I'll
of
give you my
fun with the Autumn
hint for
Bliss.
mine is
And
in New England.
looking forward to
So
continuing with
we
this journal
shall
series.
see you
Bye.
tomorrow. All right, you guys, have a great evening and have fun documenting. Bye.